All right, so this is for the assignment Thursday, January the 14th, main idea practice 2. This is just like Tuesday's assignment. In fact, I'm recording this on Tuesday, the day I'm having this bad hair day. Whatever. All right, so just like Tuesday's assignments, we have these two short little passages. They're each a paragraph in length. And as we know, a paragraph in an informational text, which is what this is, has a main idea. So we're going to figure out the main idea of passage 1. And then we'll figure out the main idea of this paragraph here, which is passage 2. And also come up with a supporting detail. Remember, a supporting detail is something that does a really good job of supporting that main idea. Sometimes it's called a key detail. But whether it's called a key detail or supporting detail, it's going to strongly support the main idea. Tell us more about it. Reinforce it, prove it, and some details are better than others. All right, so here's passage 1. Many towns in the United States have landforms as part of their names. For example, there's Farmington Hills in Michigan and White Plains in New York. California has a town named La Mesa, and then in parentheses it tells us what a mesa is. A mesa is a flat-topped plateau, while Kentucky offers Valley Station. There's also a Council Bluffs in Iowa, Eden Prairie in Minnesota, and Pine Ridge in Mississippi. And don't overlook Swampscott. That's in Massachusetts. Was your town named after a landform? All right, number 1. What is the main idea of this passage? So most of these sentences in this paragraph were working together to prove what? Get what point across to us? Convey what to us? Were they trying to convey that U.S. towns with landform names, that there's towns with those names? Was it trying to get across to us that there are unusual names for U.S. towns? Was it trying to get across to us that there's a variety of landforms? Or was it trying to get across to us that Valley Station is in Kentucky? Number 2. Which of the following is a supporting detail of this passage? So based on what we picked for number 1, which of these reinforces, supports, holds that idea up? A mesa is a flat-topped plateau. Kentucky offers Valley Station. Every state has landforms. Or was your town named after a landform? All right, passage 2. Many U.S. presidents have had nicknames. Calvin Coolidge was known as Silent Cal because he rarely spoke. The little magician was Martin Van Buren, who wore a tall silk hat. He was the 8th president. Grover Cleveland earned the nickname Veto President because he vetoed more bills than all previous presidents combined. So to give you an idea of how many that was, Cleveland was both the 22nd and 24th president. Andrew Jackson's nickname was Old Hickory, while Theodore Roosevelt was Rough Rider. The great emancipator was Abraham Lincoln, who wrote a proclamation that emancipated, or freed, that's what emancipated means, slaves. So number 3, what is the main idea of this passage 2 here? So most of the sentences, if not all, but definitely most of the sentences are trying to get what point across to us? Was it trying to get across that Calvin Coolidge was nicknamed Silent Cal because he rarely spoke? Most of those sentences working together to prove that point to us. Many presidents have had nicknames. Are most of the sentences trying to prove that point to us? Grover Cleveland vetoed many bills. Was most of the sentences here trying to get that across to us? Everyone should have a nickname. All right, number 4. What is a key detail that supports the main idea of passage 2? So based on what we picked for number 3, which of these does the best job of these 4 options? Supporting, reinforcing, conveying, holding up, proving, whatever we chose here. Which one is best? Many U.S. presidents have had nicknames. Cleveland was both the 22nd and 24th president. He was the 8th president, or the little magician was Martin Van Buren. Now remember, if one of these options is just restating the main idea, then we don't want to pick that. We want to pick the best supporting detail, something that proves it, holds it up, gets it across to us. All right, so when you're finished, make sure you click submit. Make sure you click submit after you are confident with your answers, because once you click submit, I'm taking the score that came in first. So if you submit this at 4 o'clock and then you change your mind and want to redo it at 4:15, I'm taking the 4 o'clock score. So it does give me the times that you submit them. So when you submit, make sure you go back into Google Classroom, mark done, so I know to come look for what you did on this assignment. If you have any questions or need help with anything, you can stop by the office hours that we have, the little study hall that we offer virtually, or you can send us an email. You can send me a message in Google Classroom. I'll be more than happy to help you with this. Remember, it's due by 11:59 tonight.